everybody. Welcome back to Happily Booked, the bookcast where two kindred spirits believes that the pursuit of happiness is the same thing as reading a good book and being able to talk about it. And I just realized I left one of my books upstairs, but that's okay. We'll just ignore that. We're your hostesses, Brooke and
Beck.
I was like, hello?
Sorry.
You're on your laptop.
I forgot what we were doing.
Yeah. She's new here, guys. Sorry. I like the view of your closet.
Yeah, it's Mom's closet.
Nice. Spacious.
Thank you.
I'd love a good
I'm trying to send you something.
Oh, well, you're gonna email? Is it a video?
So no, I do need to do that too, but I'm still typing up that quote because I didn't finish it last week. The girls had devos and stuff, and so I started it but didn't finish it.
Oh, okay. Well, no pressure.
Failure.
Oh, we love that.
Your message to Brooke has been blocked.
Blocked?
Huh.
I didn't block you.
Huh. Well, that's interesting.
For the record.
Let's see. I mailed this to myself twice because I'm stupid.
No.
I know. I'm not stupid, guys. I'm technically unsavvy.
Me too. You're doing better than me, let me tell you. You're a video editing genius.
Have you watched any of them?
No. I will.
So you don't know if they're actually any good?
No, but I'm sure they are because at least from what you showed me when you were here, I was like, oh, this is good. And I have like full trust and faith in you. I have just complete faith that they are good quality. I will watch them though. I promise that is going to happen.
Okay.
Where did they go? Oh. Phew, okay. Back.
Everything good?
Yes, I just decided to. So I also blocked the area with his little like. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I'm out of shape. What's it called? His little toy house. It's like a little smart house thing that you push buttons, things light up, it talks.
Oh yeah.
I know y'all have seen it, but actually, the last time y'all were here, I think one of them. I don't remember which one of your daughters said, "Is that new?" And I was like, "No."
Oh, that was me.
Oh, that was you?
Me.
So, yeah, so you know what I'm talking about now. That thing.
Yes.
So I moved that in front of the laundry hampers so he couldn't get over to my yarn again because it's not that big of a deal. I don't really, care if he grabs a ball of yarn. If that's all he does. If that's the only thing he does is just grab it. But he doesn't just grab it. He then tries to rip it all apart. And it makes having a hobby with yarn not fun.
Right.
Because then I've got to untangle it, roll it back up, figure it out, and it's completely knotted. It's very annoying. So, and he was doing good about not getting into it, but then we did something. I don't know. I guess we just moved the dining table around and stuff. I don't remember. And I redid the yarn, and it's like it restarted his interest. So he's been pulling them off the shelf when when we least expect it. But yeah, I also moved the piano bench a little bit out, so that way if he does choose to climb onto the piano bench, he can actually sit down on it and not risk falling. Like he could have, with how I had it.
That's good.
Yeah. I don't want him to fall. He was trying to get, I had a crochet pattern for this cardigan I'm working on. It was on top, it's printed out. My mom printed it out for me. And I had all the papers just sitting on top of the piano, and he kept trying to grab it. And earlier he grabbed the first page and was just sitting on the piano bench, and he was tapping the paper. And he was going, like he was, like he's trying to read it. So I was like, you know what? Here's the stack of papers. Don't climb on anything and get hurt. Throw these all over the living room if you want. It's fine. Watch Tractor Ted.
That's hilarious.
I just don't get hurt. Yeah, but while I was up there, I went ahead and grabbed my book. So if you don't have a quote, I'm gonna whip one out of this book somewhere.
Go ahead, hit us.
Let's see. Oh my gosh, there's so many sticky notes. It's been a while since I actually like annotated a book this this deeply.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't highlight anything. I just put sticky notes with like a part of the quote written out on it. Okay, I'm just gonna start somewhere in this paragraph. Wish me luck.
Okay. Good luck.
Anna sipped at her iced tea, and then she rested her chin in her hands, which Sam had learned to recognize as her Which Sam had learned to recognize as her philosophizing gesture. Anna was a great talker, and it was one of the most profound pleasures of young Sam's life to discuss the world and its mysteries with his mother. No one took him and his queries more seriously than she did. Even if what he says is true, I think it's still a victory, she said. Because she won on this day with this particular set of people. We can never know what else might have happened had other competitors been there. The Russian girls could have won, or they could have gotten jet-lagged and choked. Anna shrugged. And this is the truth of any game. It can only exist at the moment that it is being played. It's the same with being an actor. In the end, all we ever know is the game that was played in the only world that we know. It's the main character in this book that we'll mention in a minute, talking to his mom at like 10 years old. And it was when the Olympics were in LA, in California.
Oh,
so they were talking about the win. So yeah, I have a lot of, I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to hold it up. Look at,
yes.
I don't know if you can see all the little tip tabs. Just a bunch of stuff.
That's pretty.
It matches the colors on the book actually very well.
Yeah, it does. You did a good job.
Thanks. I didn't even do that on purpose. So for anybody, who can't see or wants to know what the heck we're talking about, it is that quote is from Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. And it's probably going to be the death of me. So we'll get into that in a little bit.
Okay.
So I have the rest of, not, I guess technically the rest. I have the rest of my physical book haul that I've been holding out.
Let's see it.
Oh, God.
Well, I will see it. Everyone else will just hear about it.
Yes. So I should start. I'll start down here. Actually, I'll start right here. This is such a cool cover. I don't know if you can see it. It's hard to tell. It's called Cloud Atlas.
Very nice.
By David Mitchell.
That's a thick book.
It is kind of thick. I barely know anything about this book. I have wanted to read it, though, for a long time because everything happens. It's like I should describe my time as before Station 11 and after Station 11. Because I only discovered that I only discovered this book in general after I read Station 11 because I don't even know how. Maybe I was just like on Amazon and it was like, if you like Station 11, or other people bought this or whatever. But people compare Station 11 to this book, which came out before Station 11, I believe. And they say if you like it, you'll probably like Cloud Atlas. So, let's see. There's a very short synopsis on the back. So I'm going to read that. Okay. Hold on, let me practice a word. Nabokovian. Does that sound right? Nabokovian. Sure. That sounds okay.
Never heard that word before. So.
Umberto. Okay, we're going to go for it. Okay. A postmodern visionary who is also a master of styles and genres, David Mitchell combines flat-out adventure, a Nabokovian love of puzzles, a keen eye for character, and a taste for mind-bending, philosophical, and scientific speculation in the tradition of Umberto Eco, and Philip K. Dick. The result is brilliantly original fiction that reveals how disparate people connect, how their fates intertwine, and how their souls drift apart. I'm making stuff up. Drift across time like clouds across the sky. So, don't know what that all said, except that that original fiction that reveals how disparate people connect. So, how people connect, how they might not realize they connect, what their lives have to do with each other, how their fates intertwine, how their souls drift across time like clouds across the sky. So that actually does sound a lot like Station 11. And it sounds a lot like actually like all of Emily St. John Mandel's books that I've read so far. She has like the same kind of vibe in like every book that she writes, and I really enjoy it. It's like a, quiet, kind of sad, hopeful story that involves multiple characters who don't realize that their lives have to do with other people, what their impacts can be, and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it'll be interesting. So this is about a bunch of different people. I like the cover. I mean, it's called Cloud Atlas, but I didn't realize that all the pictures, the 6 pictures on the cover, are different pictures of clouds at different times and stuff, and different depictions. Like, I think the first one's actually like a painting, and then the last one's like a satellite image. It's very interesting. Gosh. Okay. So, I got that at like a bookstore, I think. And then these next 3 I actually got from my sister-in-law when we were visiting.
Yeah.
So, excuse me. Hey. Oh my god.
Really?
I literally got up at like 10 a.m. This first one is called The Timekeeper by Mitch Albom. Sorry, I know it's backwards.
It looks right to me.
Oh, okay, good. It's backwards on my view. I've never read anything by Mitch Albom, but they've got a lot of books out that I think a lot of people have read. Have you read The 5 People You Meet in Heaven?
No, but I've heard of it.
I've heard of it as well. I want to read that. Actually, I have that one. And there's a sequel to it, which I can't think of the name.
One of the girls was talking about that the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't remember what the sequel's called, but I'll put it in the show notes of The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. So I have that first one and I've not read it, but I recognize this author's name. And they also wrote Tuesdays with Morrie, which I've heard of.
I've also heard of that. Did they make a movie out of that?
I feel like that's why I've heard of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think so. All 4 books were made into acclaimed TV films.
Okay.
Right on the back. Cool. So, okay, I'll make an attempt at this synopsis now. So, in Mitch Albom's latest #1 bestseller, the inventor of the world's first clock is punished for trying to measure God's greatest gift. He is banished to a cave for eternity to hear the voices of all who come after him seeking more time. Eventually, with his soul nearly broken, Father Time is granted his freedom, a magical hourglass, and a mission to redeem himself by teaching 2 earthly people, a troubled teen girl and a dying billionaire, the true meaning of time. To save himself, he must save them both and stop the world until he succeeds. Told in why can't I say his name now? Albom's spare, elegant prose, this remarkable tale will inspire you to reconsider your notion of time, how you spend it, and how precious it truly is. Sorry, I think my brain's going way faster than my mouth. Yeah, I don't know, it sounds interesting. It's very small. Small little book.
Yeah.
I don't know. At least I think it's small. Then I got Then I got this book, also by my sister-in-law. From my sister-in-law. The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, a novel by Stuart Turton.
Oh.
So, very short synopsis. What?
That's a name we're starting to know.
Yeah. So, it says on the back, what's he doing? Sorry, I'm looking at the camera. He's going to the piano bench, Becky. The Evelyn Hardcastle will die every day until Aiden Bishop can identify her killer and break the cycle, but every time the day begins again, Aiden wakes up in the body of a different guest, and some of his hosts are more helpful than others. That sounds really cool.
It's kind of like Groundhog Day with a twist.
That's what it also, there's a blurb. It says, pop your favorite Agatha Christie whodunit into a blender with a scoop of Downton Abbey and a dash of Quantum Leap and a liberal sprinkling of Groundhog Day, and you'll get this unique murder mystery.
I want to read it.
I want to read it too. His books, for being like mysteries and whodunits so far, I think that the ones we've read have been whodunits. Yeah. They're very big.
Yeah.
Which they've not been too big. I don't think that, I have not read either one and thought, unless I'm lying, and maybe I said this about Devil in the Dark Water, but I don't think so. But like, it's just too much. Like, make it a little bit shorter.
Right.
But I did not think that about The Last Murder at the End of the World, so.
And totally, what I like about his books, they're totally different vibes.
Yes. Like, he doesn't have the same thing. Like, he had whatever time period it was on pirate ships and murders at sea and stuff. Like, that's interesting.
Yes.
And then this slightly, not this, sorry. But then The Last Murder at the End of the World, slightly futuristic, isolated end of the world murder mystery. It's just with a fog monster, basically.
Right.
All around the island. Like, it's just crazy. Yeah, I want to read that. And as long as it's okay with her, because I'm just borrowing these, I don't see why she wouldn't let you borrow or let you read it. But then you could read it if you want. Then the last one, another author you'll recognize. This is The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager.
Okay.
It's the downside is it's hardcover.
Oh wow.
I know. Beggars can't be choosers, Brooke.
Ellen's like me. She insists on having hardcovers.
Yeah. And so it's so funny. Like, there's people who prefer hardcovers. Then there's me who prefer paperback. And then there's like normal people in the middle who don't care. They just want to read a book. Right. Like, and that's what I think she is. My sister-in-law, I think she just doesn't care. She's like, oh, that looks good. Let me pick it up. Like, it doesn't matter that it's hardcover. And I'm like, oh, I won't read a book for like 2 years until the paperback comes out. Except now I'm reading on my Kindle a lot more. So if I can justify it, I'm like, I'll just read it on my Kindle. And then I feel a lot better about it. But I'm like, I'm going to read this because I want to. But like, I would much rather prefer a paperback. Wah. So this is the synopsis. Sorry, I'm still a little congested, but I actually feel like 1,000 times better than the last time we talked.
Good.
And Stetson's fine. Austin's fine. Anyway. Be careful what you watch for. Casey Fletcher, a recently widowed actress trying to escape a streak of bad press, has retreated to the peace and quiet of her family's lake house in Vermont. Armed with a pair of binoculars and several bottles of bourbon, she passes the time watching Tom and Catherine Royce, the glamorous couple living in the house across the lake. Girl. You're spying on people. They make for good viewing. A tech innovator, Tom is powerful, and a former model, Catherine is gorgeous. One day on the lake, Casey saves Catherine from drowning, and the two strike up a budding friendship. But the more they get to know each other, and the longer Casey watches, the more it becomes clear that Catherine and Tom's marriage isn't as perfect as it appears. When Catherine suddenly vanishes, Casey immediately suspects Tom of foul play. What she doesn't realize is that there's more to the story than meets the eye, and that shocking secrets can lurk beneath the most placid of surfaces. Packed with sharp characters, psychological suspense, and gasp-worthy plot twist. I better gasp. Riley Sager's The House Across the Lake is the ultimate escapist read. No lake house required.
Sounds like Rear Window.
Sounds like what?
Rear Window.
Rear Window.
It's an Alfred Hitchcock movie.
Oh, okay. Oh, that is so funny that you just said that, Becky. There is yet another blurb. It says, I literally, as you said, it's a Hitchcock movie or whatever. I had closed the back and I was looking at it. The first word that popped up, a Hitchcockian premise. That's so funny.
So in Rear Window, Jimmy Stewart has broken his leg, and I think it's Grace Kelly, who is the female lead, brings him a pair of binoculars so that he won't get bored. And so he lives in the city, though. He's not like, it's not secluded or anything, with one house across the lake to look at.
Yeah.
And he is watching the people's lives in the apartment across the street. And one night he sees Raymond Burr, which was Perry Mason, for those of us who watch old TV. Raymond Burr, he thinks, murders someone. But the cops come and they don't believe Jimmy Stewart. And so, like, he has to keep investigating it on his own and until he can prove what happened.
That is so funny. That's also like the movie Disturbia with Shia LaBeouf. And
probably also Alfred Hitchcock's
probably
movie.
And the book and movie, I guess, but The Woman in the Window.
Oh, okay.
And there was another one. There was another one. I can't think of it.
You watched Castle, right?
Castle? No, I haven't watched Castle.
Oh, you never watched? So on an episode of Castle one time, they did Rear Window. Castle was the one who was stuck at home, and his wife, Catherine, who was the detective for the police department, got him binoculars, but she staged the Rear Window reenactment sort of across the street. And Castle thought it was real, but it was not. So the whole episode, he's trying to solve and prove that there was a murder across the street.
That's crazy.
And she was just trying to keep him from being bored and losing his mind sitting at home in the apartment.
Yeah.
So it was a really good episode.
That's funny. Yeah. Katie just read The Woman in the Window, and then she gave me back my copy. I haven't read it, but I had it, and I want to read it. So that makes me think about that a lot. It's interesting. I feel like there was another more recent adaptation or book that I thought of, but I can't think of it now. I don't know.
Well, if you think of it, put it in the show notes.
Yeah.
Or just bring it up later when it pops in your head. That movie I was thinking about.
I won't even I'll just say it. I won't even I won't even warn you. That does sound really good though. So those are the physical books. I think I've got like 2 on my Kindle or something. I'm not gonna do that right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is my party, okay? And I can do what I want. Do you have any hauls or books you want to talk about, or anything else you want to talk about?
I don't have any hauls, but I did. I know this isn't the part where we talk about we finished, but I did finish my books in the Bible and actually added all but one to Storygraph.
Nice. So now Storygraph is like, whoa, you have just shot ahead. That's funny. Good for you. Yeah. I was gonna actually talk about something, but I can't because of somebody who will listen. So, never mind. LOL. Nothing bad. Nothing. No tea. Just normal conversation. Okay. So, what else have you finished then? Sliding into that.
So I finished. So we're studying the book of Revelation in Sunday night or Sunday morning and Wednesday night class. So I read the book of Revelation, and it's apocalyptic literature. So I also went back and read Daniel, because it's also apocalyptic literature. But then there was a verse that someone read in a Bible class or during the sermon, and it was in James. And I thought, that's a really good verse. So I went back and I read James.
Good for
And
you.
because I just was listening to it on the phone on the way to work, it just went right into First Peter, and then Second Peter, and then First, Second, Third John, and then Jude. So I've listened to all of those.
So you're like,
So I've read
I've
all of
listened to the Bible now.
it. The whole Bible.
Good for you, sister.
So I did a lot of Bible reading last week.
That is really cool. That's really cool. I need to read my Bible more. What is he playing with? I can't. The camera won't zoom in. Oh, I feel like he's.
Do you need to go check on him again?
Oh, it's socks. Okay, no, I'm good. I had to. Not that it matters now. I had folded all some of his laundry and stuff, and it was all neatly stacked on the end of the couch. And as you can imagine, it is now not neatly stacked on the end of the couch anymore.
Is it in a pile on the floor?
Half of it's on the floor, half of it's just sort of disheveled on the couch next to all those papers of the crochet pattern. And yeah, what he was doing was I folded socks together, and he was pulling them out. So it just looked really weird on the camera. Yeah, I need to read my Bible more. Anyway, sometimes I'm like, okay, what would help me read my Bible more? Should I get a new Bible? Like, ooh, new Bible, and I'll be more interested. And it's like, no, that's not. No, don't do that. You don't need a new Bible. Your Bible is perfectly fine. You like your Bible. Just. And then that's like too materialistic of a view. Like, you don't need a new Bible in order to read the Bible. It's just dumb. So I'm like, whatever. I just need to get I want one of those, like, I actually started doing it one year, and then I, halfway through the year forgot, like a temperature blanket. But I was doing one of those, like, read the Bible in a year plans.
Yeah.
And then I, like, got distracted and never got back to it. So
that's fun. You should get your Bible app and have it play a chapter for you while you, brush your hair, brush your teeth, put your contacts in. That's what I do.
And you're like, and look at me. Look at me now. A professional. That's a good idea. So, I think I've only finished one thing.
Okay.
And it was Rogue Protocol, by Martha Wells, the third book in the Murderbot Diaries series. And I feel bad when I get on here, do our little shindig, do this little thing.
Yeah.
And I like the book, but can I tell you really what happened in the book? No, not really. I enjoyed the book. I plan on reading the rest of the series right now. But, like, what happened? Yeah. They're, like, all basically the same, though, so far. So they're just more or less the same layout of a story, just set at a different place with different people. But, like, our main character, who the name it's a robot, and there's no gender because it's a robot, but it's trying to pass as a human.
Yeah.
And it's got, like, human organic features and stuff, so it could work. So it's trying to pass as a human, and then they made a TV show, and I think they used a male actor for it. So in my head, I'm picturing this male actor.
Yeah.
But something happened in its past, and I think its name. It doesn't really have a name. Its name is sec unit. At least that's like the basis of what we're just like to reference the robot. It's sec unit, but it doesn't really have a name. It changes it throughout each story that we go through because it's pretending to be somebody it's not. But at the same time, it's changing its name so that other people don't question it while it's trying to discover things about its own past, while at the same time helping these people do whatever. Because the sec unit was created to basically just be, it's a security unit. That's what the sec is for. It's a security unit.
Okay.
So it protects the people it's assigned to. But in its past, something happened, like a virus went into like its, module or whatever that controls the entire robot, and it made it kill like a bunch of people. And so, which is why it calls itself Murderbot. Like nobody calls it Murderbot. It just does it to itself. And so after that incident, it was caught and like reprogrammed. But when it was reprogrammed, because it has like some organic material in its body, it can sort of remember some things. So it remembers that this happened, but it doesn't remember why it happened.
Oh.
And so that's what it's trying to investigate throughout all of these stories. It's trying to get more information about it. But in order to get more information, it's got to like, okay, I need to get into this specific part of this world. How do I get there? Oh, this group of people is also trying to get over there to do some kind of research. Okay, well, let me see if they'll hire me as security. But I'm also pretending to be like a human, so they don't know I'm a robot. Because it's technically a rogue sec unit. They're not supposed to be able to rebel in any form or fashion, but it's like hacked its own module or something so that it can. So it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But like that is more or less what happens in like every single book so far. It's fine though. I mean, and in the past 2 books, somebody has like died near the end, and it's like been sad. Normally because it's like another robot that's like very ignorant and innocent and doesn't know what's happening. And yeah, so I'm scarred from the last book, from Rogue Protocol at the end. But it was good. I mean, I enjoyed it. I actually think I liked it more than I liked the first one a lot. And yeah, okay, sorry. For a second, I paused because for a second I was like, wait, am I actually a book further in the series than I realized? I'm not. I'm accurate right now. Don't worry. I liked the first book a lot. It was really good. And then the second book was like, okay. And then this third one, I liked it a lot. So we're fluctuating. We're fluctuating with the series. I started the 4th one, which is called Exit Strategy. And so far, it's been about the robot trying to get somewhere without people finding it. Which is its exit strategy, but it's also discovered that one of its original people that it liked and protected in the first book is in trouble. So now I think it's going to go try and help that person. So the robot needs an exit strategy for the person it's going to save. Get it? They're entertaining though. They're entertaining. Yeah, I don't know. They're really short. That's all I finished. What are you currently reading? Tell me.
The Falcon at the Portal.
The Falcon at the Portal.
I think that's correct. Let me double check, because I kept trying to remember it the other day, and I'm having to listen to it on YouTube.
Oh man!
Because I don't know what happened. I could afford to have paid for my Audible and my Everand, but somehow I didn't pay them, so they have to wait till I get paid again for me to listen. So hold on, let me see.
You know what though? There's a lot of audiobooks on YouTube. And if you have Spotify, I think you can get like one audiobook for free. Don't quote me on that. But I think that's the case. I don't really know.
Yes, The Falcon at the Portal. And my mom does actually have the physical copy of this book, so I could physically read it if I wanted to. But Ella found it for me on YouTube so I could listen while I was cleaning the other day.
What happened with the ape that guards the balance?
Oh, yeah, I did finish that. I forgot.
Well, because I knew it was coming off. Oh, really? Interesting. It was coming off of Audible, right? Like they were taking it off of Audible.
Yes. And I finished it on Audible. I did finish it on I got it done. Got her done.
Did you get it done within the time constraint, or did they not take it away from you because you already had it?
Oh, wait. Yeah, they did take it away. I finished it. Maybe I finished that. Oh, I was wrong. It was on Everand. So when they took it away from me on Audible, I finished it on Everand.
Oh, there you go.
But now I can't do The Falcon at the Portal on Everand because I haven't paid for this month.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Okay.
So
you could have not used a credit then on Audible.
Yes, that is true.
Oh, Lord.
Credit and everything.
Oh, not a credit.
Oh, wait. I didn't list a credit on that because that was free on Audible.
Oh.
But I don't know why it was free on Audible, but it was.
Oh, well. How nice.
It was nice. It's nice when it works out like that.
So, the book club me and my mom are in is tomorrow.
Oh.
And as you know, for some reason, I like to wait until like the week before to start the book. I tried actually not to do that this time, and I think I read it a few days prior to a week before.
Yeah.
Because even though I have read and understood what has happened in the other books and enjoyed them for the most part, there's a difference between like trying to hurry and read it and taking your time. And I've been trying to take my time with this one because like I really like it. And she has, well, and you know, the book club provides the book for us. So we both have a paperback copy of this book. Right. In case anybody's not following with my crazy brain, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. But she realized she wasn't going to read it in time if she just physically read it. So she looked on Everand. It is not on Everand, but you can pay. You can get like the premium membership or whatever. You know, kind of like they're doing like Audible sort of, you know, where you get a credit a month.
Yeah.
And that's like stupid. But that is only if you like pay for the thing or whatever.
Right.
The premium, the plus, whatever it's called. And so she went ahead and paid for it so that she could listen to this book.
Right.
Okay, now forward to this week. Megan is going to ride with me to Florida.
Oh.
And I was like, do you want to listen to an audiobook, a podcast, or do you just want to listen to music? And she was like, well, we can listen to an audiobook. I won't be too picky. And I was like, okay, I'll look for an audiobook. If you don't like it, then we'll listen to something else, whatever. No pressure. I'm trying to force her into reading. She actually hasn't finished Hunger Games, but I'm trying to force it on her. And so I was like, okay, I'll look for an audiobook. So I went on Everand and I'm like looking and I'm, normally you have access to a lot of books.
Right.
And it's like every single one I was clicking on, it was like, nope, play sample, play sample, play sample. And I was like, okay, I was getting mad. I was about to like flip a table. And I messaged my mom and I was like, so does Everand just like suck now or what? Like what's happening? And she was like, oh no. And I like told her what I was doing. She was like, well, I wonder if me having paid for the Plus membership changed it. And I was like, well, that would be kind of crazy because like it's only giving the membership she paid for is like the cheapest one and you only get like a credit a month and you can only use that credit. So like you would only get like one audiobook. a month. And she was like, so thinking people are going to pay that much money for one audiobook a month is crazy. And I was like, yeah, that is crazy. So I Googled it. And what we were paying for was, you know, a lot of access to a lot of audiobooks. And some audiobooks you can't get unless you have the membership, whatever.
Right.
So she then paid for the membership. Right. And it takes away access from a lot of audiobooks because it's supposed to apparently give you access to like other podcasts or magazines. Magazines, come on.
Who wants that?
And I was like,
that's in for a magazine.
Like, that's freaking crazy, right? Like, maybe some people are. Maybe it's like maybe they're making money that way. I don't know. But I was like, we literally only use Everand for audiobooks. That's it. Like, you can do ebooks, but we only do audiobooks. And she was like, okay, well, when I change it, I'll change it back after I finish the book. So maybe you'll be able to like look for an audiobook then, and we can like get it back to normal. And I was like, I hope so, because like that's like crazy.
Very.
Like, you're going to tell me I can't listen to any more audiobooks now.
That's weird.
Crazy. So hopefully when she changes it, it'll go back normal and I can find a crazy thriller to listen to with Megan.
Yeah.
I don't know why I started talking about that, but
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, because of your book club book.
Oh, okay. Thanks. So yeah, we are reading. I'm currently still reading the book club book.
Aren't you proud of me that I actually listen to you when you talk?
Yes. I feel loved. I feel seen. I feel heard. So I'm still reading the book club book. My mom.
Okay.
So last night I read until like 1 a.m. while at the same time I was like doing laundry. So I would go do the laundry and set a timer, and then for all that time I would sit and read, and then, you know, go get the laundry, fold the laundry, sit down again and read until the timer went off again. Several times until 1 a.m. So I was further than her. Not that it's a competition. I'm just saying I was further than her last night. And I told her, I said that if two characters don't get together and get over themselves, I might literally lose my mind. And she is now, I haven't read today at all in this book, and she has, because she has the blessing of being able to listen to audiobooks at work. So she's been able to do that, and she's messaged me a couple times now, and she's like, okay, I'm starting this next part. Oh my gosh, I hate this book. And just random things like that, and I was like, well, this is not boding well, is it? I don't know. This book is very, very good. I'm really enjoying it. There's a lot of things that happen in it that's kind of upsetting. And there's a lot of things that happen in it that, you know, have to happen. And I'm like, oh, it's a Jimmy Fallon book club. I didn't know he had everybody has a book club, so I should have known. But
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that he had a book club. Sorry, it says it right here on the back. So it's about these two characters who knew each other at a young age in the hospital. One character was visiting her sister who was diagnosed with cancer, and she was there at the hospital hanging out with her sister while she has to go through her treatments and stuff. And then at the same time, she would become a little bit ignored from her parents because they were focusing on her sister who has cancer. And so she would go like down the hall to like the game room at the hospital, and she met Sam Macer, who was in the hospital because he was in a really bad car accident, and it like completely messed up his foot, like shattered his foot. They were trying to, you know, whoa. Becky threw me on the ground.
I didn't want to hear about Sam.
Sorry, Sam Macer. He was in a really bad car accident at 10 years old, and it really messed up his foot. Like, they probably should have gone ahead and amputated it, but they were trying to save his foot. So he's been constantly in and out of the hospital having new surgeries to repair it. So they're hanging out and they spark up this friendship over video games because Sam's playing like on a GameCube or something in the game room, and apparently that was like the first time he has spoken since the car accident. So, that was sweet. And then something happens. They have a falling out. Fast forward to Flash. I guess could have worked. Fast forward to them going to college. They are both in Massachusetts. I can never say that. And they're waiting for a subway, and Sam sees her, and so they start talking, and they reconnect again. And it turns out she has pursued video game design. So she's like, look at this video game I made. Tell me what you think. And he's like, okay. And then it goes from there. You can tell that their first reconnection meeting in the subway, you can tell that this guy is like in love with this girl. And you can sort of tell that she has a love for him, but maybe doesn't realize that she's like in love with him. That kind of thing. So throughout this entire story so far, they have been designing games and not telling each other how each other feels and making a lot of money, becoming rich off of some of these games. And I also didn't realize it was set in 1996, which I thought was kind of nice. I thought that was really kind of cool. I mean, well, so it's like partially set in the 90s because it kind of flash forwards to like the 2010s and stuff. But I thought it was kind of neat. So a lot of things have happened. There's like Sadie is the girl's name, and she's made stupid decisions, and Sam has made stupid decisions. It's like, can y'all just talk to each other? I don't. But it's a really good story so far. It's very it's very sad. It's not very sad. There's sad stuff that happens. It's kind of like when I read The Bright Years, and it was like, this is really, really sad, but it's also like, oh, really beautiful. So it kind of that. So we've been emotionally going back and forth, like, oh, this is a great book. Oh, I can't stand this book. They're at a point though, not to completely spoil anything, but I don't think it'll really spoil anything because you sort of go into it knowing that there's some kind of love story. They're at the point where Sam has had to have his foot actually amputated, and he's like really, really, really struggling with it, as I can imagine. And she has like gotten into her head that he has done something for like completely selfish reasons. So she ends up like getting really irritated with him for not coming to the office or not doing something or not showing up, not talking. But like at the same time, they just haven't talked to each other, like basic communication. And so she doesn't know that he is like struggling so bad with like phantom pains and stuff. And it's just like, man, I can't stand it. Like talk to each other. Like literally just talk to each other. I don't get it. And he has like realized and like broke down in tears to his grandmother. Like, a grown man crying will do me in. It'll do me in. And he's like, I'm in love with her, and now I think she's like in love with somebody else, and I just want to reach through the pages and like slap him.
Does his grandmother do that for you?
No. She just like tells. I don't know what she says. She's like, I think he said, and don't tell me there's plenty of fish in the sea. And she was like, well, now that you say that, there is, but blah, 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 whatever. So it's a really good story. And what's funny is like, it is a love story, but it's not a romance. So it's like, there's a difference. Yeah. And it's interesting. And I can't even like thoroughly explain what the difference could be, except that it's not all about the romance.
Mm-hmm.
But it also sort of is. It also sort of does like completely span their entire lives together and whether or not they'll end up together or whatever. So it's interesting. I really enjoy it, and I like that my sticky notes completely perfectly match the cover. So
I like
there's
that too.
It's also referenced like a lot of games and a lot of books. And at one point I was like, oh, let me make a note of every time it references these books or references some games that I've played or know. And at one point I just gave up because I was like, it's too many. It's so many. It's written. I like that it is written so well. Like there's so many books that you can read and you're like, this is a good book. I enjoy reading this book, and 5 stars. But then there's like, you pick up a book and it is like, you can tell that there was so much effort put into it and so much research. And it's like, I hope one day that I would have a book that is like that good. That somebody thinks, wow, they really spent some time on this.
Right.
Like there's just so much that she had to look up or that, she lived through and had to remember about like the 90s in California and whatever. All these games and books, like, I mean, you have to either know about these things or you have to like look them up thoroughly. It's just interesting. Video game design, like all kinds of things. So I'm really enjoying it. I got to finish it before tomorrow at 6 p.m. So I am like 70% through now. So it's like once I hit that mark, it's all, I don't want to say downhill from here. That's not what I mean. It's quick. It's quick.
But it is all downhill.
All right.
That's what that means. You're picking up speed, baby.
Yeah, see, okay. It felt like it made sense, but I was like, that's not the phrase you would normally use. So, yeah. Picking up speed, baby. You're funny. I also am still listening to Perfect by Pretty Little Liars on Everand. And even though she did the upgrade, like the plus membership, like the stuff we had saved already and started, I think we can still have access to. But other stuff that's saved, if we haven't started it, or like more me, because once she finds something, she immediately listens to it. So it's really me that has random stuff saved. But I can't listen to it now because of the plus membership.
That's dumb.
It is dumb. Like, no offense. I'm sure somebody maybe wants to read a magazine, but magazines are kind of...
Well, I mean, it's fine if you want to read a magazine, but why would you want to read a magazine on your phone?
Yeah.
Or on an app, or, on an electronic of any kind.
Yeah.
For me, the purpose of a magazine is like the texture is different from a book. So it's that feel of the magazine. It's the perfume advertisements in the magazine that perfume, you can smell. Yeah. So like, why would you give up having a physical magazine? And maybe that's the book snob in me, because again, I was like anti-Kindle for a long time because it wasn't a physical book. But it's like, why would you want to read a magazine on your phone?
Yeah.
Does that sound stupid?
No. I get it. Especially when you
I'm not a magazine reader.
Yeah.
But I have read them.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I just, you mentioned the perfume smelling, the scents, the samples, whatever, the samples.
Yeah.
And that really took me back. But yeah, no, I agree. And it makes sense. I agree with you. And actually for a long time, and I feel like it was actually less book snobby, but more just plain ignorance, was that I was like, no audiobooks. That's not a real book. And I'm like, and now I think back on that and I'm like, Brooke, you were so naive. That's so silly to think that, because, and I had like a moment one day where I was like, oh my gosh, why would you think audiobooks is not real reading? How do you, what if blind people wanted to read?
Right.
That's the only way they can really read, unless it's Braille. But it's like that in
It's so
itself.
hard to find a book in Braille.
It's expensive to make.
And it's expensive.
So it's like, of course audiobooks count. Like, that's so dumb. And I see like I'll see like comments and stuff nowadays, because I'm so old. Comments on things where like they're like audiobooks don't count. Audiobooks don't count. I'm like, literally audiobooks are books. Like, they count. They count completely. They are the full narration of the book.
Right.
Unabridged. Like, it is the book. In its entirety. Like, that counts. I don't know. Just because you don't read it with your eyes, but some people can't read with their eyes. So it's like, anyway. I had to talk with myself about that one day. Yeah, and then I was like, I don't want to read on a Kindle. Ew. And now I have read more on my Kindle than physically or audio.
Yeah.
Because it's just really convenient, actually. And you do sort of have to get used to it, though. Like, I really do enjoy, sorry, microphone. I enjoy a good physical book, right? Like, it's just the feel of the book, the smell of the book, the flipping of the pages. I like to do this number. I'm like, oh, let me roll this page over and hold it and read under a lamp in the living room in the dark. Like, it's just, there's something about that I think I will never die, hopefully. But
right.
I also get the convenience of the Kindle now.
Right.
Because I can have thousands of books on my Kindle and while traveling, or I can pick it up easily. It's very lightweight. So,
right.
But I mean, there's some things that you don't get with Kindle or audio. There's some things you can only get with a physical book. So, I mean, I see the pros and cons. So I get that. I've had to get used to reading on my Kindle for me to actually start to enjoy it. Because I was actually talking to Lexi. So, silly Lexi. She was like, I just don't get the appeal. And I was like, well, I get it. I get not getting the appeal because I also didn't get the appeal. Until I started reading it. Or, making myself use it. So.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I remember Austin had gotten me the Kindle for like a Christmas like 5 years ago now, and only these past 2 years have I actually read it. Like, it was lucky if I read like one book on my Kindle. And now it's like almost all of the books I've read have been on my Kindle.
That's funny.
Yeah. I'm a changed woman. What else am I reading? That and Perfect. And there's just so much drama that happens in the Pretty Little Liars books. Like, it's just so much silly drama. Silly, dumb drama. But it's so entertaining. So, I don't know. I don't even know what to tell you about that book. I don't know. There's just a bunch of silly things happening.
Well, it starts off in high school, right? The series starts off in high school?
Well,
that's why there's so much drama.
Yeah. And they're written so, like, so cartoony. It almost feels like they're just like so over the top dramatic. It's so over the top high school. Like, it's just, I don't remember it being that dramatic.
Right.
Also, I mean, people are randomly dying and stuff because it's that kind of series, but the camera keeps moving. Okay. Yeah. So there's that. I think that's all. I was going to go. Sorry. What?
That's okay. I was going to say that's all for me.
Oh,
go ahead. What were you saying?
I was going to go to Books A Million and get something, or a present, birthday present for my mom.
Yeah.
But I found it on Amazon, so I don't mind taking Stetson places, but I can't peruse bookshelves very well when he's there.
Yeah.
And it's
Because
just,
he's trying to peruse too.
yeah. And become a track star and run across the store. So it's like, it's that's harder. And I can't like I went to Barnes and Noble recently with Katie. We like met for lunch, had Stetson with me, and she showed me her house that her and her husband had recently moved into. Adorable little house, love it. And then we went to a Barnes and Noble because that's like, other than the one in Morrow, the one that where she's at is the next closest one. And
yeah,
I don't want to go to Morrow. Sorry.
I don't blame you.
So I went there and it's very
no offense
nice.
to anyone who lives in Morrow, but Morrow stinks.
Yeah. No, yeah. I agree with you. So he did totally fine at the restaurant, totally fine at her house. We went to Barnes & Noble. We walked in. I had him in the stroller, but, shame on me. I should have known he wanted to walk around. And we walked in. He screamed.
No.
Screamed like he was injured. And he was not. So I, picked him up as quickly as I could. I had to unclick his, seatbelt or whatever. Sorry, I was looking at him on the camera. And he was just, I knew he was tired too, but it was like he wanted to walk around. And it's a bookstore, so it's not like loud in there.
Right.
Oh, I was so embarrassed. But I was like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just calm him back down. It's fine. If he wants to walk around, we'll walk around. So I didn't get to really look at a lot of books because I had to corral him. But I did get, what was it? I got Cloud Atlas there, and I Cheerfully Refuse by Leif Enger? I don't remember. I put it in the show notes last week, but I'll have to do it again. So I did get those because I knew I already wanted them. I didn't get to peruse for anything else, which is fine. But so he's just a little hard sometimes to go into a bookstore with.
Yeah.
So I ordered her stuff on Amazon instead. Oh. I said, you have to turn off your Amazon notifications. So come Christmas time, we all do. Me, Megan, and my mom, we all turn off our Amazon notifications.
That's funny.
Because we don't want to see. So, yep, I'm going to, since I don't have to go to the store now to get those things, I'm probably going to go upstairs, put Stetson down for a nap, and read.
Fun.
Hopefully I'll get pretty far, see what my mom's all mad about.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to be very peeved. I'll tell you right now. Be a little peeved if I get to the end of this book and Sam and Sadie have not, decided that they're not, going to live their lives together now, because it's going to make me mad. I told my mom, I said, I'm going to lose it. Even on the last page, last sentence, if it is in the last sentence, I'll take it. That's fine. But if it's just like the end and they're not together, I'm going to throw the book across the room. And I picked this. So, yeah. All right. I know I ramble sometimes. After, I might send you some pictures of books.
Okay.
To have me pick another book. Is that correct? Because once I read this, I should be open to another book. Yeah. At the book, sorry, I'm rambling a little bit more. At the book club last month, we were all sitting there, and somebody said something like, I don't know how people read multiple books at once. I would get them all confused. And I agree. I get that. If I read the same genre, 3 mysteries, can't do that. I will get them confused. I'll blend them together. There'll be one book. And my mom was like, she reads multiple books. She's crazy. She reads multiple books at once. And I was like, oh, don't put me on the spot. Don't do that to me. So I thought that was funny, because I'm sitting here thinking, you can pick my next book. I should be open. No, I do technically have an audiobook I'm listening to and the Kindle book and the Murderbot series that I'm listening to. So technically, I am listening and reading other books. But yeah, you can pick my next physical book.
Okay, sounds good.
How exciting! I hate when he runs off of the camera and I can't see him. I know he's in the living room because I have him locked in the living room.
Right.
But unfortunately, the camera does not span the entire living room. He's probably by the stairs. Crazy kid. The stairs he cannot get on because he's locked in the living room.
Right.
For the record. Yeah. I think that's all podcast wise I've got. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I should have episode 3 emailed to you by the end of the day. So you could send me episode 4 whenever you're ready. And then next week, I wanted to do it this week, but since we didn't come, next week I'd like to try to record a regular episode, obviously, and then our special episode that's going to be a surprise to everybody. So excited. I want to try to record that and maybe do a photo shoot.
Oh, wow. You'll have to get her early.
Yeah. Well, you could tell me what time you want me to show up and I'll show up.
Okay. Sounds good.
And that's just a little teaser, you guys.
That's funny.
Anyway, okay, well, that's all I have, and that's all you have. So, as always, thank you for listening. It's wonderful to know that there are so many kindred spirits in the world. Please keep supporting us, and also, please keep supporting the Sideways Sheriff. And keep in mind that we are going to be having videos on YouTube soon. And we're going to try to start a Patreon soon. So keep that in mind. And that's another way that you can support us by liking, subscribing, and commenting on our YouTube posts.
Nice comments.
And yes, nice comments, please. And also by, if you have additional funds that you want to invest in something like that, joining us on Patreon. I know that not all of us have the funds to do that, so we're not going to try to make anyone feel bad for not doing it, obviously. But if you do, when we're up and running, please check us out. We'll have some fun stuff on there for you guys. And until next time, stay happily booked.